All right, so for your one and only video today for Lookbook, you're going to keep working on Unit 12, Fascinating Places. So we're going to jump right back in where we left off yesterday on page 120. We're going to do this reading, and then again, we're going to do a little grammar today, and then that's it for today. So let's zoom in here. To get this so we can see the whole picture. So first we have this photo. You don't need to write this down, but just take a look at your picture on the page. Would you like to stay here? Why or why not? So this is like some sort of accommodation that you could pay to stay at. What do you think? Would you want to stay at something like this, or would you like a more just a normal regular hotel? I don't know. I think it looks pretty interesting. Looks like there's lots of cool places to explore, so I would stay here. So let's read about it. So this is called the Hangya, ooh, I can't say that right. I'm sure I said that wrong. Guest house, also called Crazy House in Dalat, Vietnam. So let's read about it. Amazing places to stay. Crazy house. If you had the choice to sleep in kangaroo room, bear room, tiger room, or ant room, which would you choose? I would choose kangaroo room. These are all rooms at Crazy House in Dalat, Vietnam. It's been described as a fairy tale house, and it's been designed to make you think of nature and the natural environment. So natural means of nature. There's no fake materials, it's all real. Now, this of course is fake materials, but it's supposed to make you think you're in nature. Some of the halls in the house are like tunnels or caves, and you can see the shapes of spiders' webs and mushrooms on the walls. You can choose an animal room and stay overnight, but the house becomes an attraction for tourists during the day. So you have to get up before opening time. So an attraction is like when you're traveling anywhere, there's attractions all over the place. Attraction is someplace that attracts people. It brings them in because it's famous or it's really cool because they want to see it. So even though you can pay to stay here, it says you have to wake up before it opens up to tourists because you wouldn't want them walking through your room, right? So I think I'd stay here for sure. I've made up my mind now. Okay, here's another one. The Treehouse Resort. Maybe you'd prefer to sleep in a treehouse in the rainforest in Peru. There's a place to sleep and a bathroom with cold shower. You won't hear cars or buses, but you'll fall asleep listening to monkeys, parrots, and many other creatures of the rainforest. Visitors cross high suspension bridges to reach the treehouse, so watch out. It's a long way down. I'd also definitely stay in a treehouse, but I would be very scared of the high suspension bridges. But I think I would make it. Last, we have the underwater room. The underwater room at the Mantra Resort is part of a structure which floats on the water of the coast of Zanzibar, Tanzania. You can climb up to the top to look out over the ocean and watch the sunset, or you can go down to the underwater bedroom. There's a very comfortable bed where you can hang out and relax as you watch the fish swim through the beautiful clear water. And the fish can watch you too. Now, I would also definitely do the underwater room. These sound like cool places to sleep. Okay, so after reading that, you can read it again if you need to, but we'll match the sentences A through H with the places 1 through 3. Some sentences can go with more than one place. So A through H, some things we read about over here, and then match which one it goes with. Crazy House, Treehouse Resort, or the underwater room. So might need to look back, but if not, you can just do this and then jump to your workbook. So this reading, I'm gonna have you do on your own. So here you're going to read this text about the Salar de Uyuni. This is in Bolivia. So I know you saw your pictures in black and white, but this reading will give you a good description of what it is. So you're gonna have some more new words, and then you're gonna answer these two questions. What's the Palacio de Sal and what's it made of? Okay, so you read this on your own, and then you can answer these true or false questions based on the reading. Correct the false sentences. And last, complete the sentences with the new words from the box. There are 2 words you don't need. So you won't use all of the word, all 7. You will only use 5, 2 of them you won't need. So let's see, look at these words. Natural. Oh, that was on the last page. Shines. Something shiny, it's kind of reflective. Create. You make something, and a vehicle is like a car or a bus, any way of transportation. So we'll do everything on this page. When you finish with that, start your video again and flip to this grammar box. Not a lot here. I'm in the way. Okay, so let's look at this little great grammar box. Phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are made up of more than one word. When we put these words together, they have a different meaning from when they are separate. So a phrasal verb is like, it's something that when, like I just said, when you put them together, it means something completely different than just the verb alone. So let's look at an example. We like to watch nature programs on TV. So here's just our verb on its own, watch, looking with your eyes. But if you say this phrasal verb, watch out, it's a long way down. That doesn't mean that you're watching something, you are just looking and observing. I know. Watch out means look out. There's something that's a long way down. You don't want to fall, or maybe watch out. There's something falling from up above. You need to be careful. Watch out means to be careful and pay attention, not just look at something. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. You are going to read all 7 of these sentences and decide what the phrasal verb means. The meanings are down here. The letters are the meanings, and here you have the phrasal verbs underlined. So let's do number 1 together. We already talked about watch out. Watch out for the striped fish. Sometimes they bite. So let's look at our options. Feeling excited about something in the future. To escape, usually to somewhere great. To be careful. Oh, that is exactly what I said before. So even if I hadn't told you this before, do you think you could have figured that out by just reading this? Watch out for the striped fish. Sometimes they bite. They're warning you about something, so you should be thinking, oh, maybe I need to be careful. Then we have to get exercise, to do research, or to try to find something in a dictionary or other book, or on the internet, that's a long one. To wake up, to return to the same place, to spend time in a place or with people. So you're going to use context, use the rest of the sentence to try to figure out what these phrasal verbs mean. Okay? Clear, so I can't read this. I don't know if I want to do this or not. No, you don't need to do part 3. So just part 2 there. And then you finish with that. Flip to your workbook. Just a little bit to go for today. So our grammar page here. Complete the sentences with the phrasal verbs. So you have these verbs. Hopefully you are able to match them all so you know their meaning now. Then you're going to just put these into the sentences in the blanks. So let's do number 1 together. Kara needs to blank at 7 o'clock to arrive at school on time. Kara needs to, so something like wake up. What do we have here? Get away, look forward to, get up. Get up is the same as wake up. She needs to get up at 7 o'clock to arrive at school on time. Okay. I think you should be able to figure out the rest. Then a little bit longer, we have 1 listening, and then you'll do this with your own ideas here. So complete the conversations with the phrasal verbs in activity 1. So it's going to be all of those phrasal verbs from before. So you can have those in front of you just so you can see them or know how to spell them. but you won't use all of them. There's 2 you will not need. So, oh, just kidding. This is just, the listing was the answers. So you're just gonna fill these in on your own based on the context. So the same thing like up here, but you won't use all of them. And then if you're not sure about any of them, we can check them at the end here. We won't do the listing now. So once you're done with that, complete the sentences with your own ideas. Sentence starters, fill in the rest. I like to hang out, so it's using the phrasal verbs, but you get to fill it in with what's true for you. So maybe I like to hang out outside in the park, or I like to hang out in my room. I like to hang out in the library, whatever is true for you. Then you're done with Lookbook for today. That's your only video again today. We'll finish up this chapter with some writing and video on Thursday.